You read, sir? Sir, this one. This is from mechanical. Good morning. Today we'll start with the numericals of reciprocating air compressor. So you can note down the problem. An air compressor takes in air. An air compressor takes in air at 1 bar and 20 degrees Celsius and compresses it according to law PV to the power of 1.2 is equal to constant. It is then delivered to a receiver at a constant pressure of 10 bar. Determine the temperature at the end of compression. Second, work done and heat transfer during compression per kg of air. So, first of all, we'll understand whether it is a problem on single stage or two stage. So, what is given there? An air compressor takes in air at 1 bar and 20. So, it's a single stage air compression. So, before you start, always write a PV diagram to understand the problem better. So, the PV diagram, this is without clearance. So, the PV diagram looks like this. 1, 2, 3. So, this is given PV to the power of 1.2 is equal to constant. So, this is pressure, volume, this is P1 and P2. P1 is given as 1 bar, okay, and P2 at 10 bar. So, the problem given here is P1 as 1 bar and P2 at 10 bar, PV to the power of 1.2 is equal to constant. Temperature, so P1 is 1 bar, P2 10 bar given. So, PV to the power of 1.2 is equal to constant. So, N is equal to 1.2. Then, what is given? Temperature T1 is 293 Kelvin. So, we need to solve the problem to calculate temperature at the end of compression. So, first we'll do that. First, temperature at the end of compression T2. So, how do you calculate that? T2 by T1 we know is equal to P1 by, or you can say it as P1 by P2 or P2 by P1 is equal to N minus 1 by N. If it is P1 by P2, it will be 1 by N. So, it is N minus 1 by N. So, T2 is not given, T1 is given, P2 is known, P1 is known, substitute and calculate T2. So, T2 is equal to T1 into P2 by P1 n minus 1 by n. So this is given as 293 10 divided by 1, 1.2 minus of 1 divided by 1.2. We get this as 430 Kelvin. 430 Kelvin. So this is how you calculate the temperature. Here T2 by T1 is equal to P2 by P1 n minus 1 by n. How do you get this equation? How thought you earlier itself. P1 V1 to the power of n is equal to MRT1. P2 V2 to the power of n is equal to MRT2. So in this way we can get T2 by T1 is equal to P2 by P1. So to the power of n minus 1 by n. So there. Now we will calculate work done. What is work done for a single stage compression? The equation is, we don't know V1, so instead we will take this equation n by n minus 1 Mr T1, okay, P2 by P1 n minus 1 by n minus 1. So this we have derived, am I right? So this I have derived. So instead earlier it was P1 V1. What is P1 V1? P1 V1 is equal to MRT1. That's the equation, gas law. Okay. So we need to write this because we don't know V1. So instead we can, R is known, mass flow, we'll assume it as 1 and then calculate it. So this is per kg we'll calculate. So to be for 1 kg what it will be. So this will be 1.2 by 1.2 minus of 1 into 1 into 0.287, okay, into 293, the temperature 10 by 1 and 1.2 minus of 1 by 1.2, sorry. Minus of 1. So what we get, finally the unit here is kilojoules per kg per, this is per kg of air, because air, see here MRT1, M we have considered as per kg. So in the scenario n is known 1.2, 1.2 minus 1, 1 into 0.287 into 293, 293 is the temperature given, 10 is the pressure, the delivery pressure, P1 is intake pressure, 10 by 1. So 1.2 minus of 1 divided by 1.2 minus of 1. So the unit should be this. So what we get is 236.13 kilojoules per kg of air. Now first work done is calculated, heat transfer. Heat transfer. Q is equal to what? We know from second law of thermodynamics. Q is equal to, first law of thermodynamics. Q is equal to what? Work done plus internal energy is the heat transferred. Q is equal to W plus delta U, the internal energy. So what is work done? Work done is, so Q is equal to W plus delta U. W is P1 V1 minus P2 V2 by n minus 1 plus of CV of T2 minus T1. So instead of P1 V1 I can write it as MRT1 minus MRT2 by n minus 1 plus of CV of T2 minus T1. So this is, I can write it as R into T1 minus T2 m is 1, so n minus 1 plus Cv of T2 minus T1. So this will be 0.287. This is 400 and, sorry, yeah, this will be 293 minus of 430 divided by 1.2 minus of 1 plus of Cv is, we can take the value of Cv as 0.718, T2 of that is 430 minus of 293. So what we get the value here is, this will be negative. You can see here, what I have done here is Q is equal to W plus delta U. What is work done? P1 V1 minus P2 V2 by n minus 1, the general equation according to first law of thermodynamics for polytropic process. So this I have taught you. So P1 V1 minus P2 V2 by n minus 1 plus internal energy Cv of T2 minus T1. M is 1, so I am not taking that mCv delta T. So P1 V1 and V2 we don't know. In turn we'll write it instead of P1 V1, we'll write it as Mr T1 minus of Mr T2 by n minus 1 plus Cv of T2 minus T1. So in turn this can be written as R of T1 minus T2, okay, n by n minus 1 and Cv of T2 minus T1. So this in turn, so because here 293 minus 430, so this will be a negative. So whatever value we get here is negative, which means heat is transferred from the system to the surrounding. Sorry, heat is transferred from the surrounding to the system, it will be negative, and if it is heat is transferred from system to the surrounding, it is positive. Here the case is heat is transferred to the system, so 298.23 kilojoules per kg. So that's the total overall heat transferred, so minus 98.22 kilojoules per kg. We'll solve one more problem. So the next problem can be noted. This problem we will solve it with clearance volume. The first one was without clearance volume. So now we will solve it with clearance volume. Okay. A single stage double acting air compressor. A single stage double acting air compressor delivers air at 7 bar. The pressure and temperature at the end of suction, are 1 bar and 27 degrees Celsius. It delivers 2 meter cube of free air per minute. It delivers 2 meter cube of free air per minute. When the compressor is running at 300 RPM, when the compressor is running at 300 rpm, the clearance volume is 5% of the stroke volume. The clearance volume is 5% of the stroke volume. The pressure and temperature of ambient air, are 1.03 bar and 20 degrees Celsius. Index of compression is 1.3. Index of re-expansion is 1.35. Find the volumetric efficiency of the compressor. Second, the indicated power of the compressor. And brake power. If the mechanical efficiency is 80%. Second part, the diameter and stroke of the cylinder is both are equal. If the diameter and stroke of the cylinder are equal. So what is given? First we will understand. Always we should write the PV diagram, and whatever data are available, put it in the PV diagram. That will fetch you 1 mark in the problem. So always try to have a habit of writing the PV diagram. That's important. So first we'll write the PV diagram, how exactly it looks like. Okay, it's a compressor with clearance volume. So this is the PV diagram we need to write. Okay, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, then this is PV to the power of 1.3 is equal to constant. This is PV to the power of 1.35 is equal to constant. So 1 to 2 is compression. So what is given in the problem? What is given? It is the index of compression is 1.3. N is equal to 1.3 for compression, and this is the expansion, the re-expansion taking place. So PV to the power of 1.35 is equal to constant, that is N is equal to 1.35. Okay, then this is a single stage compression. Okay, what is given? This is VA. Please always note, this is VA. This is shaft volume VS, and this is V1, total volume, and this is VC. So P2 is 7 bar. So you can write this as P1 and P2. This is 7 bar, 1.03 bar, and this is 7 bar. So P1 is 1.03 bar. Temperature is 20 degrees Celsius, that is 293 Kelvin. Okay. So mechanical efficiency is 80%, 0.8, and what we need to find out? The volumetric efficiency, IP, BP, and D and L. These are the things we need to calculate in this problem. Now, what is volumetric efficiency? VA by VS. That is, volumetric efficiency is V1 minus V4 by V1 minus V3, which is nothing but here given. Okay. Now, what is given? Compression, that is VC is also given, 5% of the stroke, that is 0.05 of VS is given. So VC is equal to 0.05 VS. So VC by VS is 0.05. So this is V1 is what? V1 is VS plus VC. So this I can write it as Vs minus V4 plus Vc, and this as Vs. This in turn can be written as Vs into so we know this. So first of all we need to calculate here. So what is given? P2 V2 we know P3 V3 of 1.35 is equal to P4 V4 1.35. So P3 is P2 VC 1.35 and this is P1 V4 of 1.35. So this can be written as V4 by VC of P2 by P1 into 1 by 1.35. So we know that. So V4 by VC is equal to 4.22 or V4 is equal to 4.22 VC. So here instead of V4 we can substitute it as VC. So substitute this here. So how I got this? We know polytropic process of expansion is P3 V3 to the power of 1.35 is equal to P4 V4 of 1.35. So both are expansion process from 3 to 4, the process 3 to 4. So P2 is P3 is P2 and P4 is P1. So I have substituted and calculated for V4. So substitute V4 value here. So volumetric efficiency is Vs minus of 4.22 Vc plus of Vc by Vs. So in turn, and also what is Vc? Vc is point. So Vs is equal to minus 3.22 Vc by Vs. So what is Vc? Vc is 0.05 of Vs. So substitute that here. So that is Vs minus of 3.22 into 0.05 Vs divided by Vs. So this in turn we will get it as 83.9%. So once we get the volumetric efficiency, okay, we'll calculate work done. Work done is so before that we should understand, okay, how to calculate V1. We need V1 here. So V1 is equal to Vp by P1 into T2 by T1. Okay. So V1 is equal to what is V given in the problem as 2 meter cube free, that is 2 meter cube, 2 into 1.03 P1 is 1 into 300 divided by T1 is 293. So we get this value as V1 as 2.11 meter cube per minute. But we know FAD, free air delivered, so V1 is equal to Vs into volumetric efficiency into RPM, and this is double acting into 2. So this will be Vs we know, this V1 we know 2.11. So Vs we need to calculate 0.839 into 300 into 2. Why 2 here? V1 is equal to surf volume into volumetric efficiency into RPM will give V1 into 2 because double acting. What is double acting? Just explain to you what is double acting. Single stage double acting compressor. Okay. So we have a piston here and a compressor. So if the piston is moving both sides and air entry is and exit is at the both side. Earlier case was air was entering here and moving out from here. Here air will enter this side as well as this side. So it is single acting. Okay, sorry, single stage, only one piston and one cylinder, but double acting. Double acting means this side also air is compressed, this side also air is compressed. So it is double acting. So into 2 here. So into 2 here. So that's the reason I have taken it as into 2. So with this we can calculate Vs is equal to 0.00418 meter cube. So once we calculate Vs, that is surf volume, okay. So what is surf volume? What is surf volume? Vs is equal to pi by 4 d square into L. Pi by 4 d square into L. So diameter of the bore into length of the stroke is what is Vs. So pi by 4. But we know d is equal to L, so this will be d cube. So we'll calculate d. Vs is known. Okay, Vs is how much? Vs is 0.00418 meter cube is equal to pi by 4 d cube. So d is equal to 0.746 meter and L is equal to 0.1746 meter because L is equal to d. Now once we know this, so we can calculate work done. Right? So we can calculate work done. So we'll calculate work done. What is work done for a single stage with clearance? Work done is equal to N by N minus 1 P1 V1. So we need to take it separately because compression and index value is different for compression and for expansion. So we need to take it separately. So this will be N minus 1 by N. We can take it as N1 here. We can make it as N1. Okay, minus of 1 plus minus of N2 by N2 minus 1 P4 V4 of P2 by P4 by N2 minus of 1 by N2 minus of 1. So we need to take N1 and N2. Why? Because the value of N is given separately for compression and expansion. So we need to write this formula. Else what it would have been? N by N minus 1 P1 V1 P V1 minus V4, because P1 V1 and here P1 V4 will come. But here here N1 and N2 are separately, so we need to do it separately into 2. Into 2. Why 2? Double acting 2 times. Okay. So I'll take that here. So this 2 into N1 is 1.3. 1 point how much? 1.3 by 1.3 minus 1. P1 is given as P1 is 1. So I take it as 1 into 10 to the power of 5 into V1 is known, calculated 0.211 divided by 7, okay, by 1, and 1.3 minus of 1 by 1.3 minus of N2 is 1.35 by 1.35 minus of 1. P4 is, what is P4? Which is P1, okay, here. So P1 is 1 into 10 to the power of 5 into V4. V4 is what? 0.211 Vs. So we know the Vs value. So substitute the Vs value. So into 0.221 into Vs is 0.00418 divided by P2 is 7 by 1 into 1.35 minus of 1 by 1.35 minus of 1. So what I have done is just substituted. So this is the equation. So what is N1? 1.3. P2 you know 7 and here 1. So 1.3, all the things I have just substituted. N2 is 1.35. So P4 is P1. So 1 itself. And V4 is, we have not calculated directly. So I'll substitute here 0.211 into 0.00418. 7 by 1, 1.35. So what we get here is basically work done is basically to calculate directly IP. IP is what? So this is work done. Okay. IP is equal to W by, sorry, IP is equal to what? Work done into N number of cycles divided by 60, because R is in RPM, we want it in 60. So work done kilojoules per kg. So now kilojoules per second, it will be watt. So what I'll do is, so whatever value you get, so W into 300 by 60. So this value, directly I have the answer here. So this will be 8.5 kilowatts. Now once we have this, so we need to calculate BP, isn't it? So we can calculate BP. So mechanical efficiency is given. So what is mechanical efficiency? Mechanical efficiency is BP by IP. Okay. So IP is known. Efficiency is given is equal to BP by 8.5 kilowatts. So BP will be 6.8 kilowatts. That's how we solve the problem. Fine. So we'll start working on a 2-stage compressor. So single stage is done. We'll solve a problem on 2-stage compression. Note down the intake condition. The intake condition of a single acting the intake conditions of a single acting two-stage air compressor, single acting two-stage air compressor running at 300 rpm, and 0.98 bar, running at 300 rpm, 0.98 bar and 305 Kelvin. So what does it mean? It's a single acting two-stage compression. Air N is equal to 300 rpm is given. P1 is 0.98 bar, that is intake pressure, and temperature is 305 Kelvin. Okay. Now next, the delivery pressure is 20 bar. The delivery pressure is 20 bar. The intermediate pressure is 5 bar. The intermediate pressure is 5 bar. And the clearance volume of the low pressure compressor, the clearance volume of the low pressure compressor is 4% of the stroke volume, is 4% of the stroke volume. The compressor delivers 3 meter cube per minute. The compressor delivers 3 meter cube per minute at 1 bar and 25 degree Celsius. Determine first the power required to drive the compressor. The power required to drive the compressor. Second, the low pressure cylinder dimensions if length is equal to diameter. The low pressure cylinder dimensions if L is equal to D. And third, isothermal efficiency. Isothermal efficiency when the intercooling is perfect. So it's a perfect intercooling when the intercooling is perfect, and the index N is equal to 1.3 for compression and expansion, in both the cylinders. So always try to have a habit of writing the PV diagram, then the whole problem will be very clear. So first understanding the problem is important. So for that, write the graph, that is PV diagram, label it with the values what are all given in the problem. So first we'll write the PV diagram. So it is a two-stage compression. With perfect intercooling. Four, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3. This is P1. How much is given? P1 is 0.98. P2 is given as 5 bar. That is P2 and P3 is same, and P4, this is LP cylinder, HP cylinder. So this is 5 bar. The next one is given at 20 bar. This is 20 bar. So this is how a two-stage compression graph looks like with clearance volume. What is given? PV to the power of 1.3 is equal to constant. Okay. Then next, what is given? VC is equal to 0.04 Vs. So P1 is 1 bar, P2, P3 you can say, or 5 bar, P6, P7 is 20 bar. So T1 is 305 Kelvin is given. So here we can take this as 1.04 Vs. So we know V4 by V3 is equal to P3 by P4 to the power of 1 by n. So this is V3 is what? Clearance volume. So that's given as 0.04 Vs, and this is 5.98. P3 is 5 and P4 is P1 0.98. Okay, to the power of 1.3, 1 by 1. So this you get it as 0.14 Vs. So volume of air taken, volume of air taken, V is equal to what? 0. That is V1 minus V4. What is V1 minus V4? This volume of air which is taken inside. Okay. So that is 0. V1 minus V4 is 1.04 Vs minus V4 is 0.14 Vs. So what we get is 0.9 Vs. In terms of Vs we get. Okay. What is volumetric efficiency? Volumetric efficiency is, so before that we'll calculate V1. Volume of air taken, volume of air taken, or you can say it as free air delivered, is V1 V into T by T1, and this is P1 by P. So V is 0.9. Yes. This is what? You can take it as V1 minus V4. T is ambient temperature is 298. We'll take it as 305 into 0.98. Ambient temperature will take it as 1 bar given, in fact 25 and 1 bar. So this will be 0.861 Vs. So volumetric efficiency is what? V1 minus V4 by V1 minus V3, or can V1 minus V3 is Vs. So this is 0.861 Vs by Vs. We get it as 86.1% is the volumetric efficiency. Now delivery temperature, how do you calculate delivery temperature? T2 we want it, okay. T2 is equal to T1 is equal to P2 by T1 n minus 1 by n. So T2 is equal to T1 is 305 into 5 divided by 0.998, 1.3 minus of 1, 1.3, we get this as 444.24 Kelvin. The same way we can calculate the delivery temperature, which is T6, okay. T6 is what? T6 delivery temperature for HP cylinder. This is delivery temperature for LP cylinder. So this is T6 by T5 is equal to P6 by P5 n minus 1 by n. So what is T5? T5 is temperature. T5 is T1, T2 itself. So you can substitute that because perfect intercooling. So it will be T1 only. So perfect intercooling, T5 is equal to T1 for perfect intercooling. So T6 is equal to 305. P6 is given as 20 divided by 5, 1.3 minus of 1 by 1.3. This we get it as 420 Kelvin. So once we know this, we'll calculate work done now. Work done is what? W is equal to n by n minus 1 into mr T2 minus T1 plus T6 minus T5. So this will be 1.3 by 1.3 minus of 1. M is, we need to calculate M here. So for that, before we start that, we'll just calculate M. How do you calculate M? M dot is equal to PV by RT. How do I get this? PV is equal to MRT. So we know this as 1 into 10 power of 5 into V. So V is known. We need to calculate that V. So we have calculated that. So it will be 3 divided by 3 is given. The compressor delivers 3 meter cube per minute. So it is 3 meter cube per minute. So we want it in second. So this is 287 into divided by 60. So we get this value as 5.846 into 10 raised to minus 2, okay, kg per second. So substitute here the m value because we want m to be in kg per second. So substitute that W is equal to n by, that is n by a. So m value we know, we will substitute here is 1.3 by 1.3 minus of 1 into 5.846 into 10 raised to minus 2 into 287, or here we take it as 2.287. Temperature is 444.2 minus 305. Plus of 420 minus 305. So W, we get it as work done by the compressor, we get it as 18.484 kilowatts. So mass of air delivered is what? So mass of air delivered per stroke is, we know mass of air per second we have calculated 5.846 into 10 to the power of minus 2. So per minute, so we want it per stroke, so 60 divided by 300 RPM, we'll get it for per stroke, so 1.1692 10 raised to minus 2 kgs. So volume of free air per stroke, we want it. We have got it per minute. Volume, we have got it per second. So we want it per stroke. So this will be 1.1692 10 raised to minus 2 into 287 into 298 divided by 10 to the power of 5. We get it as 10 to the power of minus 2 meter cube. So what is Vs? Pi by 4 d square into L, but we don't know d and L. This is nothing but volume of free air delivered per stroke divided by volumetric efficiency. So how do I get this? Wow. Volume is equal to volume of free air delivered by surf volume. So that's what I have done here. So once we know that, so we have calculated mass of air, volume of free air delivered per stroke, because to calculate D and L we require surf volume. So surf volume can be calculated using free air delivered, that is effective surf volume divided by surf volume. So effective surf volume is 10 to the power minus 2 meter cube we got. So substitute that. So you know what is volumetric efficiency? Volumetric efficiency is free air delivered by surf volume. So once you know that, so pi by 4 d square L. What is this? We get it as 10 to the power of minus 2, and this will be 0.861, the volumetric efficiency. So this we get it as 1.61 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter cube. So, but pi by 4 d square into L, d is equal to L. So therefore, this will be d cube, pi by 4 d cube is equal to 1.61 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter cube. D is equal to 0.2735 meter, and L is equal to 0.2735 meter. So once we know that, so this we need to learn how do we calculate isothermal power. So there is a simple equation. Isothermal power W isothermal is mR T1 into ln of P2 by P1. This is the equation which you need to remember. Okay. For isothermal efficiency, how do you calculate isothermal efficiency? So with this isothermal power, we need to know divided by the actual power. So isothermal power can be calculated using this equation. So this will be 5.846 into 10 raised to minus 2 into 0.287 into temperature is 305 into ln of what is P2 20 and P1 is 0.98. Here we need to consider that as 1 and 2. So delivery pressure as 20 and intake pressure as 0.98. So this will be 15.433 kilowatts. Therefore, isothermal efficiency is equal to isothermal power by actual power. So that is 15.433 kilowatts divided by 18.4834 kilowatts. So what we get is around 0.835 or 83.5%. So that's how you need to calculate the isothermal efficiency. So we'll end here. In the next class, one more problem we'll solve and then go to refrigeration cycle. Fine.